How's it going, guys? Ghostly Bones here, and today we are going to revisit kind of my first year of cosplay. It recently passed the first year anniversary, actually, on the 23rd or the 24th, whenever the first day of FanFest actually happened, which I believe was one of those days. So I meant to do this on that day, and now it's almost Halloween, almost 26th or 27th today, I think. Anyways, I meant to do it then, but I was a little busy. So I'm just going to kind of rehash that con, because I didn't have this channel back then, actually, so I guess we're just going to revisit that. For starters, this is how I dressed up as Sans. This wasn't the original scarf I had, but the original one I did have, we kind of got from the Goodwill, and it was a very, very long piece of fabric. So my mom had this like little travel case thing with her, and like itty bitty little scissors, cut it once and ripped it, and that was my scarf. Threw it in the washer for Phoenix Comic-Con after day 1 or 2, and it kind of got shredded all to hell, so I got this one to replace it. But this is a better one anyway. Anyways, so, and I also had found my first Halloween face paint. Oh god. This was the original makeup stuff I used. I tried using the white, but it just, no. Half of it's gone and it didn't even whiten my face out. So I wound up using most of the black. I don't even know why I still have this, but I found it with my first wig. And that's kind of how I went to FanFest. I had the eye sockets, the nose, and I didn't really do the smile. But people still recognized me as Sans. Not too many people requested for me to be in a picture with them, mind you, like Phoenix Comic-Con or Sabaton when I was Fell Sans. But yeah, thing with this wig, I don't know if you can see it in this lighting, but you can still kind of see the, it's a tan color, and you can see that even though I've combed the crap out of this thing, I really like the wig, the length of it. It's not as long as my one that I usually wear, so I might try and get this same cut again or something. I don't know. But hopefully that time when I do get the new wig, it won't be like this. And plus, when we got it out of my face, my mom cut it, and now you could see like the wig cap a lot better. Like when my hair is nice and parted, you could kind of see it. But anyways, so my first convention, I just gotten out of a very bad situation per se. And originally I was only going to go one day for the con. I was going to sneak away and go to school. Well, final nail in the coffin, I was able to go 2 days. I was supposed to go with my 2 best friends, but one of them was very sick, and the other one went the second day. And so first, going to a con by yourself for the very first time is very nerve-wracking. I only had 20 bucks with me, my phone, and my wallet. And also this camera that I'm actually using. I didn't have any backup batteries to my knowledge, and I had a very small little purse thing. You guys will see pictures throughout this video of my first con. I only had a handful. So I originally got my badge alright. I went through registration, it was fine. People were pointing me in whatever direction I was supposed to go. I was fine through that. But as soon as I got through registration, I sat down on a bench, was putting my gloves back on because, you know, I kind of need my hands, and these gloves, they're very, I can't grip things with them. But anyways, so I put my gloves back on. I saw across from me other Undertale cosplayers, waved hi at them. And I just kind of sat there taking in my surroundings with just a bunch of people around me and other cosplay, and I'm kind of just like, I'm alone. But the night before that, I had put a post out asking if anybody was going to this con, and I met 2 furries there, to which their persona names I will try and everyone will remain anonymous, just because. I don't know if they wanted to mention or not, and yeah. So I met up with them, and they asked me if I went down to the dealer's hall, and I was just fresh out of registration. I didn't even know what the dealer's hall was. I kind of knew because I'd gone to a other furry convention, so I kind of had a basic knowledge of it, but I didn't expect what I saw. The con was a lot bigger than the one I had gone to with another person, which that con But anyways, so they took me down there, and I was stiff as a board. And basically, our other furries were trying to get me to loosen up a little bit. If you guys had seen my other con video of Exhibitor Hall Madness from SabatonCon, I was kind of doing a little shaky dance. That's what she was trying to get me to do to loosen up, and it kind of worked. And it was kind of right around then. They rounded a corner, found another undertale person cosplaying Sans. They had their face paint up done, and then she rounded another corner, and another Sans came around, but this one, holy crap, they had the complete head with light up eyes. It looked so amazing, dude. And we kind of were just awkwardly standing there, and I was trying to make conversation, but I was just fresh, trying to learn how to live again, I guess. And eventually the one with face paint walked away with his other friend, and the other one kind of stayed by me. Meanwhile, the other two furries were kind of off in their own little world. They were going to different booths, or I guess you could call them booths. We're in the dealer's hall, so. And it was right around Halloween time, again on the 25th or 24th. And they were pretending to steal all the candy, but they, of course, put the bowl back, and they just took one piece. And they were messing around with a Joker and a Harley Quinn. I think this is when Suicide Squad was going to come out. And they were really into character, by the way. They were, oh my god, amazing. I wish I could have gotten a picture of them thinking back on it now, but I didn't. Again, I was just mostly taking in surroundings and ignoring my camera. So, this other Undertale cosplayer, there was 3 of us. We kind of had a little miniature army. It was amazing the first day. So this one was following me around. I was kind of wondering why they were, and then they eventually said, well, I'm trying to find my friend, but hey, let's tag along again together, and we kind of did. The other one we eventually met up with after we were wandering around for a while trying to find their friend that had no phone, I think. But besides that, we eventually joined up together again after me and the other one had found this print, actually, by Walking Melons. And they've got one of Sans with a lot of annoying dogs around them. We had to, like, run around the con hall trying to find an ATM because they didn't have cash on them. We eventually found one, and then we met up with the other Sans. I was nicknamed Gino because of the scarf. And then the other two, we just kept calling each other Sans. So that's kind of how that one went. Eventually we wound up in a circle just telling the original Undertale jokes that were kind of made at that point before 2 years passed later now. And it was a whole bunch of fun. And we exchanged numbers and everything. I'm still actually in contact with one of them. The other one that had the mask, I think they're busy with college, but I follow them on DeviantArt and everything, and maybe I'll pop a message to them soonish. But yeah, that was my first day at con. And then second day, pretty much went the same. I spent my entire time down at the dealer's den, hall, whatever you want to call it. And I met back up with the friend that was with Face Paint Sans, kind of stuck around. And the furry stuck around this time, and then 2 other people joined us that were kind of alone, but they were just kind of there. And again, we just ran around the dealer's hall, exhibitors hall, whatever you want to call it, and having just a crap ton of fun. Eventually, I did run into my friend that was supposed to be there second day, but I was kind of getting hauled away by the other group, and she was off in her own little group as well. So I'm still apologizing to this day to her, but at some point we will hook up at a con and walk around together, I promise. And second day, I ended up getting a little beanie of Sans. I don't wear this one around too much because he's made out of crochet. So I just kind of keep him here in my room. I'll wear him once in a while, but this year I have barely touched him. Let's see. And oh, also day 2. I started making this a tradition. I'm sleepy, so forgive me. A tradition of going to Subway every single time I go around this, the Phoenix Convention Center, or around there, for SabatonCon is in the Sheraton, but it was literally right across the street, just like it was for Phoenix Comic Con, and also FanFest. So, let's see, me, the two furs, the other two people, and we'll just call her Masky. That's what her nickname was, and I can't remember her real name for the life of me, I'm sorry. We all kind of wandered to Subway and ate, and he was on the phone with Face Paint Sans, because he wasn't there the second day. But yeah, after we'd gotten back from Subway, we just kind of walked around more. Let's see, and also on the way back, we met another group of Undertale characters. They had their own Sans of Papyrus, and oh boy, the Metaton. You guys will see in the pictures that I'm probably flashing across the screen at different points. I didn't know how to pose, and I still kind of don't, even though I've looked up millions of videos on how to with the character and everything, but only good one I know how to do is this one, or just cross hands. I need to work on that, or get a prop, be like a little hot dog or something. I need to work on my little character thing. But the Metaton was amazing, spot on, and I was just kind of like, I don't know what to do! Oh goodness. But, I guess with that being my first cosplay, I had said this in a previous video that I may not even have up on my channel anymore, was supposed to be the second anniversary for Undertale, and what it had brought me, but now I can actually explain it in detail, cosplay-wise. Because this game had brought me out of a huge depression, while I was going through that stage of my life that I dare never want to repeat. Kinda had brought me little tidbits of joy when I was in that situation. And when I finally got out of it, I could do what I wanted. I didn't have to not enjoy the things I wanted to. I didn't have to hide them anymore or anything. I could enjoy them for what they are now. And that's possibly why I'm so obsessed as much as I am with this fandom. Besides the fact that I've made so many friends because of this. I know there's of course the bad eggs in any fandom or any cosplay group, but besides all of that, I can see the joy on everyone's faces that actually do dress up as these characters and have fun with it and everything. I mean, again, even in SabatonCon, I dressed up as Fell Sans, and that was the first time I was ever cosplayed Fell Sans. And at that con, on day 2, they found me a Fell Papyrus. And that kind of just completed that one, because Sans can't be Sans without their papyrus. Or his papyrus, you know? And both of us were nerding out, like, oh my god. The cosplay's going together and everything. So, I'm really happy with my first year of cosplay, from Halloween makeup to the one I still do now. My Nazaru stuff. I mean, I've got a long way to go for face paint. I know the basics, but I'll get there eventually. And I can't wait to see how year 2 is going to be for how much I'm going to improve on cosplay stuff. I'm already thinking of different ones to do outside of Undertale, but I still want to revisit these ones every so often, of just how different I could do the face paint, or if I'll actually make a mask of them. Again, I might have said this in a different video, but I also want to cosplay different characters besides Sans. I might cosplay Papyrus one day, or a different monster entirely. I might want to cosplay Grillby, or one of the NPC monsters. Either, I was thinking Night Knight, cosplayed in full armor, or Magic Jack. I honestly found those monsters really awesome. They're design-wise and everything. I haven't seen too many people cosplay just the NPC monsters. I know I've seen a Grillby, an ice cream dude, and what was the other one? Burger Pants, I think. It's been a while, but I know he's been cosplayed, those two have. But just the other monsters that aren't really in the forefront, they're just kind of in the background, I would like to cosplay at some point. I don't know how well I could pull them off, but hey, that would be a journey. So, I guess in the meantime, thank you for those of you who have stuck with me for almost this entire year of cosplay stuff. And these are just my little improvements of just noticing different things that other cosplayers use, or just different ideas that I can maybe expand on and have my own little twist on it. So there's always room for improvement in cosplay. I didn't think I would ever meet the people I have and be lucky to surround myself with the people I have been. So, thank you guys for all of the memories that you've brought me so far, and this channel, and also my cosplay stuff from different cons. I'm enjoying it so far, and I don't see myself stopping at all. I might not be obsessed so much in the future with Undertale, but this was definitely my starting point. So, until next time guys, I'll see you later. Bye.